Bob Guzzardi of Rhino Hunting. You wanted to say something about Huma Abedin. Apparently there's some new news involving her that I have not heard yet.
Well, the new news is that Huma Abedin pushed back pushed back against a request by a State Department career professional that Hillary Clinton used the State Department.gov email, and she pushed back against it. The significance to me is that every time Huma Abedin's name comes in, this should be an opportunity for many Republicans, in fact every Republican, in fact everybody, to say that Huma Abedin is the enemy within. Her connections to the Muslim Brotherhood in Saudi Arabia and in the Middle East are known. They're obvious. This is open source. This is not denied by anybody. She does not deny it. Nobody has even talked about it. And I think that my view is that the only person that I expect to talk about is Donald Trump. He hasn't targeted in on it yet because he's still battling for the nomination. But there will be a point where Huma Abedin has to become an issue, in my opinion, or must become an issue. To have somebody like this in the White House is beyond comprehension. This is a straight line to the Muslim Brotherhood and to every radical in the Middle East. And it's well known, not hidden at all, and nobody seems to be making a comment. David Horowitz has something called Discover the Networks, which sets out all the details. There's another article, The Truth About Huma Abedin and Media Matters Doesn't Want America to See, in Breitbart. Breitbart's been reporting on it, but it has not hit the Sunday news shows, and it will if Donald Trump talks about it.
Interesting. So, it might be a timing thing.
But this is something that I would like to see.
Yeah.
Have its profile raised.
It's certainly an issue. It's just, Trump isn't fighting Hillary quite yet, so maybe he's saving this for a later time. We know he does come to topics, and often when they're strategically. I think he's more concerned with Ted Cruz this particular week. By the way, you have to watch, I'll try to link it here, a video I put together of the embarrassingly salivating speech that John McCain gave a few years ago on the Senate floor about how wonderful an American Huma Abedin is. It reminded me of Senator Pat Geary, who was compromised at the time, his wonderful glowing speech about Italian Americans at the end of The Godfather Part 2. So hopefully people will watch that. I'll try to put a link in there. But you as an Italian American can certainly appreciate that to some extent.
Yeah.
Madam President, rarely do I come to the floor of this body to discuss particular individuals, but I understand how painful and injurious it is when a person's character, reputation, and patriotism are attacked without concern for fact or fairness. It's for that reason that I come to the floor today to speak regarding the attacks recently on a fine and decent American, Huma Abedin. Over the past decade, I've had the pleasure of knowing her during her long and dedicated service to Hillary Rodham Clinton, both in the United States Senate and now in the Department of State. I know Huma to be an intelligent, upstanding, hardworking, and loyal servant of our country and our government, who has devoted countless days of her life to advancing the ideals of the nation she loves and looking after its most precious interests. That she has done so while maintaining her characteristic decency, warmth, and good humor is a testament to her ability to bear even the most arduous duties with poise and confidence. Put simply, Huma Abedin represents what is best about America, the daughter of immigrants, who has risen to the highest levels of our government on the basis of her substantial personal merit and her abiding commitment to the American ideals that she embodies. I am proud to know her, and I am proud, even maybe with some presumption, to call her my friend. Recently, it has been alleged that Huma Abedin, a Muslim American, is part of a nefarious conspiracy to harm the United States by unduly influencing U.S. foreign policy at the Department of State in favor of the Muslim Brotherhood and other Islamist causes. On June 13th, 5 members of Congress wrote to the Deputy Inspector General of the Department of State demanding that he begin an investigation into the possibility that Huma Abedin and other American officials are using their influence to promote the cause of Muslim Brotherhood within the U.S. government. The information offered to support these serious allegations is based on a report, quote, "The Muslim Brotherhood in America," which is produced by the Center for Security Policy. And I'd like to point out, I have worked with the Center for Security Policy. Its friend, the head of it, is a longtime friend of mine. But still, this report is scurrilous. To say that the accusations made in both documents are not substantiated by the evidence they offer is to be overly polite and diplomatic about it. It is far better and more accurate to talk straight. These allegations about Huma Abedin and the report from which they are drawn are nothing less than an unwarranted and unfounded attack on an honorable citizen, a dedicated American, and a loyal public servant.
This is Slash playing the Godfather theme.